Hey everybody, I'm just struggling through another sleepless night, and as usual, I've got my mind filled with thoughts flying through and shit, and it just won't stop. And as it has happened as happens at times, my mind just won't shut the fuck up. And I am putting my finger in the corner of my iPad because for some reason, I don't know what the hell's going on. It was doing some weird flashing red color, so why this fixes that, I don't know. But what the hell ever. Anyway, I posted a while ago about the murder of the African American man, and as anyone who knows me knows that I am fucking vocal about injustice, and I do discuss it. It's been a problem, but it has gotten so much worse since 2016 because we, of course, have Hitler Jr. and his fucking neo-Nazi fucks that now think they're protected and they can do whatever the fuck they want and get away with it. So it's just really fucked up. And it's like all of a sudden, it's like, what the fucking hell? Did we just time travel back to the 60s or some shit? In the 50s? I mean, it's so surreal. I mean, god dang, it's like, is this real life right now? I mean, geez, along with the coronavirus, now this shit. I mean, it's fucking insane. And I mean, it's always been a problem, I know, especially in the stupid ass South. But, I mean, it just has seemed to spike like crazy since fuckhead won. Well, not really. The Electoral College chose his stupid ass. But, I know not many watches when I do these live videos or whatever. But that's okay. I still do them. It's a way to help me kind of try at least to get these thoughts out of my head or have them shut up. Along with watching my Asian dramas after this, but I don't know. Probably one of those damn days again. But it's just, and the thing is it's all minorities in trouble, okay? I mean, I cannot fucking stress this enough. All minorities, all disabled, all poor, women, okay, we're all targets. We're all in trouble, okay, because this could happen to anyone like us. It could happen to an Asian woman, an Asian man. It could happen to a disabled person. It could happen to a Hispanic person. I mean, it's not about, it's about racism across the board. And I know, yes, cops have picked on African Americans. I'm not denying that. But you know what? Let me tell you fucking something, and I'll put this in the post that I posted. You know what? Just because I'm white does not mean that I haven't been through shit with cops. Now, when I was assaulted at the dump I lived in before I moved here and beat up, luckily I had good cops that did, their jobs and did what they needed to do. But let me tell you about some cops that were fucking assholes. And if it would have been up to them, I'm sure they would have loved to try to hurt me. It's a long story about the situation, so I won't go into it, but to make a long story short, it was an event and an issue that should have been, let's just say, handled with more care. I know they picked up on the fact that I had disabilities, because first they saw that I was angry and upset and anxious, and I was crying. So that right there, they did not have to be rude the first fucking thing flying out of their mouths, because they, just were right off the bat, oh, you need to stop crying. You need to just stop. And, they were roughly put me in handcuffs after I made it clear to them that I had chronic pain. They didn't give a shit. Okay? First, they baited me and bullied me, and then they roughly put me in handcuffs and tight, and they were tight. And I nicely asked them, I was not rude about it. I said, is there any way that you can please loosen these just a little bit? I have severe hand problems and nerve damage in my hands, and they really hurt. No, don't be asking us that. Okay, and let me tell you something. The cops here, especially in the fucking South, I was living in Texas. That was where I was before. These good old boys, okay, they love to give women shit. And that's the goddamn truth. Because a lot of them are fuckhead, misogynistic fuckheads. So, there are lots of people, women, and just because I'm white doesn't mean that I don't get shit. Because, that's just it. That's the whole issue is, if you're not a white male, you don't get the liberty and justice that, is supposed to be for everyone. And like I posted about what Jimmy Kimmel said, it's not for everyone, and he's extremely right, because it's not. I've been fighting disabilities since I came out of my mother's womb. I've been sick most of my life, since my late 20s, with, severe disabilities that will only get worse with age. That's just how it is. I went to college. Took a long time to get through just getting the associates because of my learning disabilities. just to realize that because of the fucking fibromyalgia and all the other problems, cervical dystonia, and all the other issues, that I was not going to be able to have a career like I wanted and dreamed about. And the fucking assholes that we have to get help from, and they sure let us know and bully us and harass us about it. And they don't give a shit how degraded we feel, aka the stupid government think that it's just a blast to have to live like we do and have to put up with their shit all the time and put up with judgment from people in general. Like we choose this mess. Sorry, there was that red light again. I don't know what that is. Like it's fun for us to live like this. I mean, yeah, it's, I had to change my thinking, my lifestyle. I had to appreciate being able to do my hobbies, and I get to do more of my hobbies and, my spirituality and stuff. But still, it's not something that I chose. Health problems don't give a shit. Poverty does not give a shit what color you are, what race you are, what creed you are, what gender you are. Poverty and ill health doesn't care. It will strike you despite it doesn't matter. And that's what people don't understand. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian, polka dot. I mean, Hispanic. Poverty is poverty, and ill health is ill health, and it affects anyone and can strike at any time. I often tell people that my health issues, especially the fibro, was a thief in the night. It came and just took everything. It stole my dreams, my hopes. It's a thief in the night. It happens and you don't even know what's happening to you. And you can't fight an enemy, an invisible enemy. You don't know you can't, and you have to fight your own body. And it's not like it's a life that we chose and that is so much fun. Now, I can have fun, yeah, but I pay for it the next day, which I've just come to terms with, because, I like to go out, well, for Corona that was, I liked to go out with my friends and, even if I drank and shit, and I knew I was going to pay for it the next day, I just rested. But, so I don't know, this whole thing with George Floyd is just, people, I say it over and over, just do not want to wake the fuck up. Jewish people that survived Hitler, as soon as that motherfucker in 2016 had his electoral college bullshit win, they tried to tell people, you better realize what's going to happen. They knew he was nothing but another Hitler. They would know. They went through the first one. He doesn't give a shit about anyone or anything. He's a fucking sexual assault motherfucker. I mean, God, I could make a book of what he is. I mean, just the list goes on and on. A fucking sexual assault bastard, a fucking liar, a fucking piece of shit that has sex with porn star when his baby's being born. When, his mail order wife is pushing out his stain. He's fucking a porn star, then wants to pay her off. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, wants to bang his own daughter. Fucking racist pig. I mean, I could go on and on. Could give a shit about the little people. The little guy wants to blame the poor for being in poverty, like it's something we choose and it's our fault, and it's so much fun. Made fun of a disabled person on live television. And I will never understand how that wasn't the end of it, period. That shows the horrible things that people really think about disabled people in this stupid country. That shows it right there. And this shows what racist fucks could give a shit about people of different races' lives. I mean, like I say, it could happen to any other race. I have a feeling that if they were racist against African Americans, I am sure they were racist, period, across the fucking board. Because I have a feeling if the poor guy had been Asian or anything else, they would have fucking done the same thing. I mean, look at the ridiculous crap that Asians in this country have had to put up with Corona. I mean, he's just brought out everything that's horrible about this country, everything wrong with it. And unless you live on the other side of the tracks, unless you're, an ethnic group, a minority, a disabled person who can't work, an elderly person, a poor person, or a combination of any of those things, unless you're in those categories, you don't have a clue what it's like for all of us. I'm not just saying me. I'm saying all of us. Every group I just mentioned, all of us are really in danger. And this proved it. Real bodily danger. Real danger. I mean, and, unless he gets out, things are just going to really be bad. It's been bad, but, he's planning on, if the fucker stays in, cutting, Social Security. I mean, all kinds of programs that help people like me, like us, me and my fellow disabled, people. The poor, I'm not that close to my parents, but even my parents, because they're on Social Security, he just wants to take it away. I don't still even have won my goddamn disability case to get on regular SSDI. It's been almost over a year, and my lawyer's still working on that. Now, that just goes to show how fucking ridiculous shit is. When I've got 300 pages of medical records and proof, but they still want to fuck around. So anyway, I'm not going to feel good today. I can just feel it, but maybe I can get a little bit of shut-eye. I don't know. Hopefully I can. But anyway, everyone just please keep George Floyd's loved ones in your thoughts and meditations, because I can't imagine what they're going through. I mean, just can't. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry my sons were misbehaving. Sorry about that. Giza and Lou, y'all cut it out. Stupid red light again. What the hell that is? God, I don't know. Maybe it's when I move the iPad. I don't get it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure out why it's doing that. I can't figure out why it's doing that. It's weird. Turns red just all of a sudden, like, red light district. What the hell? Sorry, god dang. You could tell that I don't do this shit hardly ever. Because I'm so don't do this hardly ever, so I'm sorry. So anyway, everyone just got, keep his loved ones in your thoughts and meditations. And I hope his next life will be so much better. And hopefully, like I wish for myself, he'll be born in his ancient homeland in a much better world. Well, I guess I should try to get some shut-eye. So anyway, shout out to all my homies. I love y'all, and I'm looking forward to seeing folks soon. So, I love you guys. Peace.